Oh man, so the Bitcoin flash crash has gone and messed up our cup and handle patterns for MATIC, DOT and Chainlink. What does this mean? Does this mean our upside targets are now messed up? Does this now mean we're flipping bearish and heading to the downside? Well, we're going to take a look at each of these charts. But before we do that, guys, as always, go and collect your free money. Links are in the description. You've got Swissborg offering you up to 100 euros when you deposit 50 euros or more. Okay, so you can just deposit 50 euros, you'll get up to 100 euros as a ticket. You're also going to get $10 in free Bitcoin when you buy or sell $100 or more crypto on Coinbase, and BlockFi are waiting to give you $10 in Bitcoin when you just deposit $100 or equivalent in crypto. So go get your exchanges set up, guys. Make sure you go ahead and do that. I use all three of those. And I do recommend them. So now, what is going on? Now, you know we've been making a lot of videos on MATIC, Chainlink, and Polkadot, looking at this cup and handle pattern, which has been forming for a very long time, which you can see on the screen. Now, each of these coins are at different points of the cup and handle pattern, but what Bitcoin's flash crash over the last week or so, it's fell $10,000 per coin. We've covered that in separate videos. What that has done is it's messed up our patterns on some of these coins. And I need to bring this back to your attention now, because does this mean our patterns are invalidated? Does this mean now we're heading to the downside? We need to take a look at this. So first of all, let's look at MATIC. And we need to take this on a case-by-case basis. So if we take a look at MATIC, we know here that we've got our neckline here at $1.70. Now, you can see from my drawing that we got our breakout initially, and we got a curl round, and I was perfectly fine with this, okay? You can see here in these daily candles here, every time I gave you an update, I was perfectly fine with this, because you could see here that the bulls and the bears were fighting for the neckline. Very normal here at $1.70, and I was fully expecting the bulls to win and push us forward towards our price target at $2.80. Now, Bitcoin decided to go on its crash right in this moment, and what that meant was that we have now lost our neckline and we're heading to the downside. So this is a bit of a problem from a cup and handle perspective, because we've lost our neckline. Now, of course, this is an extenuating circumstance because the overall market crash, and it's not anything to do with just MATIC here or the particular pattern we're trading here. So we need to keep an eye on this. We need to see some immediate rebounding here in terms of green candlesticks to get above this neckline of $1.71. So really important that we can build above this quicker. The longer we spend below here, that's also a problem. But the other thing I want to bring to your attention is the following, because when you have a cup and handle pattern with a neckline, the other useful pattern you can form is, if you look at this trend line here, which I've drawn, this trend line will show you the trend that we've been on here on MATIC. And you can see here, we've obeyed it here. We went up, we bounced off it again, we go back up, and I'd expect us to get a bounce off it again. So if we lose this level and we can't get immediately back up the neckline, if we cannot immediately recover, and by the way, the altcoins which will recover quicker from Bitcoin crash, we know they have better momentum and they're stronger coins in this moment. So we need to keep an eye on which ones recover the losses quickly. You can see, for instance, MATIC is up 1.28% today. Decent recovery, but are there other altcoins which are recovering quicker? That's what you want to be looking at. So with this one with MATIC, I'm happy to, even if we come down and correct at this level. Okay, so that level, if you put it about here, where that trend line comes in as further down, is kind of around the $1.45, $1.46 mark. You're still comfortable there on MATIC coming down and still bouncing off of this trend line here, this white trend line. Okay, so we want to keep an eye on that. Now, the beautiful thing is, if you take your neckline here on a cup and handle, and plus you take this diagonal here, what are you forming here? Well, you're forming an ascending triangle. So it's still a bullish pattern whereby we can still potentially break to the upside, but we'll have to monitor it, because obviously you can still probabilistically fall to the downside as well from a triangle. But it still is a good setup that we can still head to our price target on MATIC of up all the way back up here on a technical price target of $2.08. So two things we need to look out for to summarize on MATIC. We need to see, can we quickly recover and get above the neckline? If we can't, we need to hold this trend line here. Let's keep that trend line in order to keep our upward trend, which has been tracking for quite a while now. So that upward trend has been carrying on since the 23rd of July. So very important that we do that. Now, let's go ahead and look at, let's see what we can look at DOT as well. Now, before we look at DOT, guys, please don't forget to, if you want to support the channel, hit the join button. There's a join button in the video. You can become a member of this channel and help me bring you these videos and these updates on a daily basis. You'll get access to our community thread, where you can ask me questions on your favorite cryptos, your coins. You get direct access to me for members only. So consider hitting that button. So what are we seeing on DOT? Exactly the same thing, guys. This came at a really bad time again for DOT because we were coming down. But the difference here with DOT is very important. This is a very important difference I want you guys to understand, is, and hopefully you guys can see this just from watching this video, the difference between this one and MATIC is we haven't lost the neckline. The neckline sits here at 37.61, and with DOT you can see that we're currently trading at 40.81. Even the wick didn't wick down, it wicked down to 38. It didn't wick as low to the neckline of 37.61. So this is good news for Polkadot, and we can fully expect us to not only curve over but even then head higher, bouncing off of the neckline. So don't be surprised to see if it does fully use the neckline and bounce off. You can also see that happens to tie in perfectly with where this upward trend is, so this is looking good for DOT. We also know a lot of the fundamentals are moving in DOT's favor as well. Let's take a look at Link as well, and we can see the difference here with Link is very important. So we saw that Polkadot didn't lose the neckline. In fact, Link never actually broke out of its cup and handle pattern. So we were monitoring this cup and handle pattern for a long time, and we saw that we were getting to this crux point here where we had to break through the neckline. But what we saw was that we managed to wick through. You can see those wicks there on those candles just above the neckline, but we were never able to break through it. And we were making videos on this, waiting for this moment to break through. And unfortunately, the Bitcoin crash then just left the momentum to then head to the downside. So our cup and handle pattern here is invalidated indeed, but this upward trend remains here on Chainlink, and we need to continue to hold this. We need to get a good bounce off this over the next daily candle. You can see this daily candle here is fighting another 8 hours left on this daily candle, and we need to head green and keep this trend line here. Now, if we are able to do that, then the good news is similar to the other cup and handle patterns. When you fail a cup and handle pattern, you then have the ability to be in an ascending triangle, right? So we can still see that we're in this ascending triangle. If we can get a bounce to the upside here and then get a breakout from here, that could then be a good pattern to the upside on Chainlink. So overall, there's your updates on Chainlink, Polkadot, and MATIC. Unfortunately, all of those have been disturbed by the big daddy ship that is Bitcoin. And that is why you have to follow Bitcoin and follow macro trends. Like, it's super frustrating when, like earlier today, I posted a Bitcoin video explaining what's going on in the wider market. That one won't get any views, right? Because people aren't searching or trying to learn what Bitcoin is doing. They're following their favorite altcoins. They'll search for Polkadot, they'll search for MATIC, they'll search for Phantom. I get that. But please do go and watch those videos as well. Really important that you do, because you can have the best cup and handle pattern in the world, like we've been tracking for a long time. You can have the best ascending triangle, head and shoulders pattern, whatever it is. If Bitcoin goes for a dump because there's loads of leverage in the system and a whale sells, you need to know what to do and how to react. And so in this case, if these are all high conviction plays for yours, like they are mine, it's another opportunity for you to buy the dip. That's not financial advice, but that's something I'm looking to do when I see serious corrections in the market. And some of these dips are quite nice and you can pick them up. It just depends on your cost basis and how happy you are with your position, how much of your portfolio does it make up. So there you have it, guys. Hope you guys found this useful. If you like this blend between technical and fundamental analysis, then as always, hit subscribe, support this channel. We're rapidly growing, guys. We're hitting a bit of resistance there at the 5,000 subscriber mark. So hopefully we can push through 5,000 subscribers soon and head towards 10K. As always, guys, feel free to join the channel if you want to support the channel. The free public Discord link will be the pinned comment below. Head over into there, meet like-minded people, share your favorite coins. It really is good conversations going on in there, and tag me with any questions you have as well. As always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in